Have you ever felt too small, too weak, too insignificant to make a difference? Maybe you've said, "What can I possibly do with my little faith?" Well, Jesus had something to say about that, and it all started with a seed. One day, Jesus sat with his disciples, surrounded by crowds of people. They were hungry, not just for food, but for hope. They had seen storms, sickness, and struggles, and they wondered, "Jesus, how can we grow our faith? How does the kingdom of God work?" Jesus smiled, and instead of giving a long sermon, he told them a story. The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, which a man took and planted in his field. Though it is the smallest of all seeds, yet when it grows, it becomes the largest of garden plants, a tree, so that birds come and perch in its branches. Now, the people looked at each other, confused. A mustard seed? So tiny, you could barely see it on your finger. But Jesus wasn't talking about gardening. He was talking about faith. You see, a mustard seed is small, but it's alive. It doesn't stay small. It grows. It spreads. It changes the garden around it. That's what faith does. One day, a man came to Jesus in distress. "Lord, my son is suffering. I brought him to your disciples, but they couldn't help him." Jesus sighed, not in anger, but in sadness. "Oh, you of little faith." And then Jesus healed the boy. Instantly. Later, the disciples came to him privately. "Why couldn't we do it, Lord?" And Jesus answered them with a truth they'd never forget. "Because you have so little faith. I tell you the truth. If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you." Jesus wasn't saying you need giant faith. He was saying you need real faith. Faith that's alive, even if it's small. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to believe, even a little, because even the tiniest seed, when it's planted and watered, can grow into something huge. That's how God works. He takes our small prayers, our small acts of obedience, our small yes, and turns them into miracles. So what about you? Do you feel like your faith isn't strong enough? Do you wonder if your prayers even matter? Jesus says, start with what you have, even if it's small. Speak that word of kindness. Pray that little prayer. Take that first step. Because with God, small faith brings big results. The mustard seed doesn't look impressive when it's in your hand. But give it time, give it light, give it faith, and it will become something powerful, unshakable, and full of life. That's what your faith can become. So don't give up. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Plant your mustard seed today and watch what God will grow from it.